Hello and welcome to Excel Userforms Series. In this video, we see how to populate a multi-column list box. And you can find this and many other examples in Excel Userforms full guide. In the previous video, we populated a single column list box with the values in a worksheet or in an array. I'm gonna use now this data here that I have in another sheet. I'll paste it over here and I'm gonna reuse the list box that we added in the previous video, but now we're gonna have here a different label because these are names of users, so let's call it list of users or yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. Now this is the code from the previous video where I explained the different styles and possibilities for a list box. I'm gonna remove that for now. We're gonna use the exact same properties, but we need to be aware of certain things. So let me comment this and start with list. We can also use the list property to populate a multi-column list box, but then we need a multi or a two-dimensional array. So let me remove this for now, and we're gonna create an array that I will call R2D, two-dimensional array. And to get the data for this two-dimensional array, we can get the value of this range. And this is from A1 through C14 dot value. And if you are new to arrays, I recommend you watch the video in the tutorial for beginners. I'm gonna leave the link up here. Now that we have our array, we can populate the list box. But there's an important thing that we need to do. We need to use the property column count and set it to the number of columns. In this case, it's 3. And we're going to have a plain list with single selection. If I run now, you see we've got exactly the 3 columns with all the data in our list box. Now, another thing we can do is, instead of list, let me comment this, we can use also RowSource as we did before. Let me put it up here. But of course, we need to refer to the whole range, which is A1 through C14. So that's another way to do it. We get directly the data from the worksheet. I run it, we get the exact same result. Notice that the columns have a fixed width here in the list box. We can change that. There are some properties to change the width, and these are column heads. We can set it to true because we have column headings, and then column width, we can specify the width of each column in points. Let's say the first one should have 60 points, second also 60 points, and the last one we only need 30 points, for example. So now the columns have been resized and they all fit in the box. Note that we have added the headers now. When we add headers, when we set headers to true, we do not refer the whole range. We need to start here in A2 because that is telling take the first row as headers. So we start in A2 and then we are having name, country, and age as headers. We cannot select that row now. Before it was possible, but now is the header. Now, if we use AddItem, it will only add the value in the first column. Then we need to combine it with either list or column property, which is another property, to add the values in the other column. So it's possible, but it's definitely faster using any of these two methods that I show you first. So that's how we populate a multi-column list box in a user form in Excel using VBA macros. Thanks for watching.